That's right, everybody. It is that time again. Drinks with Dee Dee.
And John, here on the movie
That's me.
set.
We are.
That's
We're on
John.
a movie set. So what'd you say we're drinking? Bourbon and branch water. She's drinking bourbon. I'm drinking branch water. Actually, I'm drinking Le Croix or LaCroix or whatever it is. How come it's St. Croix? But that's anyway. So
I just care about the bourbon. We're
I'm
in
jealous.
Kentucky,
Ow,
so
I'm jealous. There we go.
it's Derby week. We're so excited.
It is Derby week. It's
We're
going to be
having
great.
A ball, a big ball.
We hear that it's supposed to rain though, so that's going to be interesting because it's going to change.
That's okay.
Well, it's okay if your horse is a mutter, not a fodder, but a mutter. So it's
Hello,
okay.
Mother.
Hello,
Fodder.
fodder. Yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah, all right.
Camp Granada. It's okay if your horse is used to or good at running in the mud. Because imagine walking around. We were just talking this morning to Charlene Tilton, who is here, right? My Friday night part of the Friday night lineup. So it was great fun. It was great fun. She's a sweetheart. But we're talking to her about imagine walking around in the mud with your tennis shoes on or your running shoes on. Every step they collect more and more mud. They get heavier. So my understanding, I don't have a whole lot of understanding about horse racing, even though in this movie I do. But if the hooves are getting heavier and heavier as they go around the track, then I'm sure that there are some horses that are great when it's dry, and some horses that are great when it's wet and muddy. But I think that turns all the odds inside out.
It changes everything. It does.
Yeah. So whoever is the favorite right now, if it rains, probably won't be the favorite anymore, unless they happen to also be a great mutter.
Well, the three that keep popping up, other than a special one that I know you are partial to, called Journalism, Sovereignty, and Sandman. And then there's, now I'm blanking.
Sandman ran last year, I think. I think I remember that name.
Maybe.
Mr. Sandman, hear my plea.
I thought it was Mr. Sandman, yes. Give me a
Give me a dream.
dream.
Well, it starts the other way then.
Bum 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 bum.
Mr. Sandman,
Yes.
give me a dream. Make her complexion like peaches and cream. Give her two lips like roses and clover. And tell me that my lonesome nights are over. Sandman,
Yes.
I'm so alone because I don't have nobody to call my own. So please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
There we go.
Who knows that? You know, I know that. Barbershop Quartet. I was in a barbershop quartet called the, oh my God, Fun Tones, I believe.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
1976 at Six Flags over Georgia.
Oh my goodness. I was
went in and created
barbershop at high school.
Yeah, we went in and created a job. We went to pitch to be traveling a barbershop quartet that traveled around the grounds at Six Flags over Georgia.
Oh
They
my
didn't
gosh.
have one, and I had been to Disney World just prior to that for the 4th of July, I think it was. Yeah, when I went and I played in the parade on the birthday, which means something. In a minute, that was our.
76 trombones.
That was our. I played a sousaphone. I didn't play a trombone. But anyway, because of that, I had said to my other three quartet members, I said, you know, they don't have. We got to pitch them that they aren't competing with Disney World. So come on, they got to compete with Disney World. They got to have a wandering barbershop quartet. I don't know if they had a wandering barbershop quartet at Disney World or not, but I'm just remembering this because that's the same gumption that got me on the Smokey and the Bandit set, the same gumption that got me into the Dukes of Hazzard audition. It was the same gumption that made or caused Six Flags over Georgia to create an opening for the Fun Tones. I don't think that was the name. It should have been. That's a great
fine.
name. That's a great name.
It is a great name, though. Yeah, barbershop quartets are great, and you look like you were in one at the Derby last year. That hat is in Nashville. Not going to happen this year, but
Not going to hat pin.
but you did look great in it.
Thank you. I felt a little like I was wearing a pizza on my head.
It was great.
But yeah, so I'm going to wear my. I've got my
Straw hat.
one that I wore last year, and also my cowboy hat.
It'll be wonderful.
Especially if it rains. If it rains on Saturday, I'm going to wear my cowboy hat because cowboy hats can get wet, and it's all right. And they're big, so it'll keep some of the water off my suit.
Cowboys don't get old.
They just get rained on. So, what do you want to talk about today? What
I'm
fun?
just happy to be here because we're in Kentucky still.
We are.
We've been in Kentucky a lot. In Kentucky a lot. We're in Hazard, and again, the concert, the Hazard folks keep thanking John Ford, and they've even invited him back. I won't say what for, but it's really special as well. And John's getting we've got a big year coming up. We'll just put it that way. I'm not going to get into the details, but soon,
Right.
maybe even next week, we'll announce it. However, the Hazard or Perry County will say that event would be before our big festivities and our big plan.
Right.
But horses are big right now because we are in a movie. Well, I'm not in a movie. I'm here helping John. John is in a movie about horse racing. And
Yes.
we are at a beautiful horse park. We don't feel comfortable talking about it yet. We were not given permission yet. So we went to
We're in a secret location.
It's closed, but it's beautiful. My gosh, these horse farms are beautiful, and the horses are amazing, and they live better than a lot of people. It's not a joke. We walk through the stables, and wow,
So beautiful.
Fancy.
So beautiful. And they've got, I don't know if it's just the time of year, but they've got these carpenter bees everywhere. Which
There's
are
that.
bees that they look like bumblebees, but apparently they're not. And they burrow somehow. They're not supposed to be able to
They're
fly.
big.
You know, take that.
But they do.
Trust the science. Yeah, well, science says bumblebees can't fly. And we have a leap year, but that's a whole other story. But somehow they burrow into wood, and they have to do it while they're flying and just being perfectly motionless in there. I don't know how in the world they do it. And when you see one of these holes that they've drilled, it looks like somebody came in with a DeWalt drill, you know, like that. It's amazing how they, what's the proper word? Bore.
Yeah,
they bore
nature.
these holes.
like the boar's nest.
I think it's spelled differently. I think that's B-O-R-E.
I think you're right. But
Wait a minute.
with one of our projects come up, and John was working on the script, and we're starting to put characters together. And
Script is all done. I'm now that we've spent so much time in Hazard, I'm going through and I'm tailoring it a little bit more. Like it no longer says Hazard Square because there isn't one. It's Hazard Main Street, and talking about how we have to go over the mountain. You can go around the mountain, but that takes longer. Or you can go over, and but that's a dirt road, and it's a straighter shot. And then of
You're
course,
right,
if you
too.
jump the creek on the way, that isn't even a straighter shot.
Oh.
Kind of as the crow flies.
But we are in the fancy part, and we love Hazard. I don't want to say that being non-fancy is better or worse. We love Hazard. It's gorgeous. But horse farms.
There's a
are
lot of
different.
fancy in Hazard, but there's
Is,
nothing quite as
but
fancy as horse farm
are a
fancy.
different thing altogether.
Yep.
And we've just been taking it all in, and we're going to the Oaks, the Kentucky Oaks. That's when the Phillies run on Friday. When this airs, that'll be tomorrow. And we're pink. And that will be fun.
Oh, I have a pink shirt. I have a pink linen shirt.
And I've still got shopping to do for you, so
I might have a
we'll,
blue linen. I'm not sure if
We'll
it's
do like
pink
a
or blue.
pink thing right here.
Oh, that's all I have to do? Just have some pink on, kind of
Yeah,
like
that'd be fun.
kind of like green on St. Patty's Day.
So you
Okay.
don't get pinched.
All right. Pinch me, I'm Irish, right?
Then we're going to have a
Then
party.
we're going.
Then we're going
Then
to.
we're going to. Sorry, I won't do it again.
Anyway,
Then.
go ahead, get out of the way. We're going to Unbridled Eve. And that-
Unbridled Eve.
yes, that is the part we went to last year. Tanya and Tammy. Remember,
Love it.
we love
Uh-huh.
them. They're great. These lovely, lovely sisters, and so kind to invite us last year. They invited us this year's again.
Even
And-
though we went last year, they invited us again this year.
So thank you, ladies.
Very sweet.
And we, in fact, we're auctioning off a dinner with us, which can be a lot of fun. Maybe not.
Can
but
be a
it's
lot of
usually a lot of fun. So we're going to do that, and we're going to host that at Jeff Ruby's Steakhouse, which is
When are we going to do the
downtown.
dinner?
whenever our guests want to. They've got a year
when
to
we
decide.
can. You have a year to decide. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So they got a year to figure out the schedule, and if we go over it, I'm sure we'll accommodate. But anyway, so we are donating that, and also we're just looking forward to that. And there'll be a lot of fun friends there. And then the next day, Saturday, we go to the Kentucky Derby, and that's your mother's birthday.
Woohoo! May 3rd. Yep. Shirley's birthday. And if you haven't, I had not been to the Kentucky Derby until last year, and if you've not been, it just is amazing.
It's a bucket list thing. You really want to go.
So amazing.
And it's going to rain. It's going to rain Friday and Saturday. I don't know which day it's going to be more rain, but it'll be fine. I've done the rain before. It's fine.
That
because
means
we're in a box.
umbrellas,
Yeah.
which means people are going to get poked in the eye.
Nah.
It's going to be like Manhattan. It's 111. It's going to be like Manhattan. It's always funny. The day after a rain, you see two things. You see those cheap-ass umbrellas that the folks on the side of the street sell you in the trash cans. You see them because they all
This
blow
is the Kentucky
They blow
Derby.
inside out. No, I know.
Not
Well,
Brooklyn.
but still.
No offense, Brooklyn.
But the second
it ain't
thing
the
you
same.
see is people with a patch over one eye because the day before they walked into somebody's umbrella. And I tell you what, your eye doesn't care if you paid
They're gonna be-
$20 for an
they're
umbrella
polite
or
in Kentucky.
$1,000 for an umbrella.
They're
It
polite
still doesn't like to
here in
get poked in the eye.
Kentucky. It's not New York when everybody's hustling and
Not
bustling. They don't
about
care.
being polite.
It
It's
is.
about
In
holding-
Kentucky, they will watch and pay attention. No one will have a patch the next day, I guarantee you. Unless they're a pirate.
I will bet you $1 we'll see a patch the next day. If it rain, well, we're not going to. Yeah, we will. We'll see it at a hotel.
I bet you $100. I'm going to be happy to get that $100. Gonna be fun. I'll buy another hat.
Oh, God.
I know that'll make you happy.
So I
I will
ordered.
buy another hat with that $100. Wait,
if
you're not going to see a patch. I'm going to get a new hat.
I have to wear a
I'm
patch
very
my
excited
damn
about it.
self. Yeah, you need another hat.
But we can't wait to go to the Derby, see the horses run. And then Toby Keith, the late, great Toby Keith, a friend of John's, and he was on Dukes of Hazzard, right?
He was in the yeah.
movie?
Well, he was in the
One
movie.
of the
yeah.
movies.
It's where he sang "How Do You Like Me Now" the first time on television.
Mm-hmm. He has
Pretty
a
cool.
horse. So we'll certainly bet on that. And it's Kentucky bred. I will only bet on Kentucky bred horses. That's it. But that is one of them. So that will be one of our horses we bet on.
Why is that? Why is it you only bet on Kentucky horses? I could
Because I
understand
was born
why
in
only
Kentucky.
betting on United States
Because
horses. Okay, all right.
Because I was born in Kentucky.
Fair enough.
And I will only bet. It's just my thing. Now you can go Saudi Arabia, whatever,
No.
or wherever they're from, or, you know.
No.
But for me, it's only Kentucky bred because I was born here and I feel like I need to be loyal.
And then how do you pick? Is it just a name, or do you look at numbers? Do you
All of
ask
that.
people? Do you do like
Well, my good
read
friend's
tea leaves,
sister-
or what do you do?
My sister, who you've met, Deanna Bringers, she is so good at this. She's good at calling the winners, and she studies, all the data. So I asked her, I said, give me your top 3 or 4, and then I look at the lucky numbers, and I look at the names, and I pick from there.
How did we do last year?
We didn't. But the year before, I won like $6,000.
Oh,
Just
wow.
$100. So it's pretty good.
That's pretty
It
amazing.
was a big pot. It was good. It was a big pot. So that can happen. That can happen. And maybe we bet on a few more horses. Last year we didn't bet on a lot. Maybe we bet on a few more horses this year. But Toby Keith's horse, we should bet on. And then I kind of like, I don't know who I'm going to bet on yet. But that one I think we should.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's that horse's name?
Something rendered something. I told you
Rendered
this.
something. Yeah, I remember.
I'm
Yeah,
so
I
sorry I forgot, but it rendered something. It's a good name.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I think you bet win, place, or show
It's like
on
an
3
exacta
different horses.
or-
I'm not sure. Anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. And then next week, Monday night, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to be there because I think we're going to be working.
Maybe.
Still. But
Still.
Kid Rock is opening up a new restaurant, Detroit Cowboy,
Good luck to
in
him.
Nashville. Yeah, so we wish Bobby good luck with that restaurant. We think it's going to be great.
We'd love to go, but if we're working, we're working.
Right. And what else is going on in the world? Lots of stuff. Stock market keeps going up. It's great.
100 days.
Oh, 100 days. That's right. Last night, as we're recording this, yesterday, I believe, was 100 days. And my God, what this president and his cabinet have been able to get done in 100 days is mind-boggling. And personally, I think he got more done in the first week than Biden got done in his entire career, but that's just me.
I agree with you.
And her. Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, I don't know how he does it. He just moves so quickly and does so much, and he had so much done before he even went into office. And his cabinet is wonderful, and all the picks, gosh, there's not a bad one in the bunch. And Kristi Noem, the guy who mugged her, basically, took her purse, and she had $3,000 in the purse. And we were like, who's her security? I mean, I think you need to change that or do something.
Right. Yep.
Or give him some lessons of what to do or what to not do. But anyway, he got caught, and he was an illegal, and he had done this many, many, many times. So my guess is he's probably going to be in El Salvador.
Wow.
Or somewhere else.
Good. It's where he belongs.
Yeah, enough already.
Stop.
If you keep doing these bad things, for one, you shouldn't even be here. But if you want to get caught, you should go. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. You shouldn't no longer be a burden to the taxpayers here.
But before it'd be over and over and over again, and they let him back in. And look, it's one thing to lose your purse and $3,000. Oh, I mean, it's a lot of money, but you weren't hurt.
Well, I personally don't have a purse or $3,000.
But what about the people who die, and people are hurt, and people are, tortured? I mean, those are the folks that really, it's tragic, but those folks need to for sure go. And Donald Trump is doing that.
Yep. And
Michelle Obama said she couldn't sleep at night because of the deportations.
She couldn't sleep at night? She couldn't sleep at night because of the deportations? It's just so ridiculous. We were talking to some people the other day about how is it that you can sleep at night while you are if you're a public servant, just a person. How can you, if you have a neighborhood that's one block long, and there's somebody on that neighborhood that wants to bring car thieves and rapists and murderers just onto your block, what would you do? You'd get rid of them too, right? I mean, it's your block. It's where your kids play. It's where your dreams are kept. It's where your mortgage is. It's where maybe you own your house.
We're not inviting them to dinner at least.
It's insane. It's just crazy. And then there was that other guy. What was it? He's in trouble now because he's a governor or a senator that had a misplaced whatever. He was harboring an illegal. And then we got AOC who's teaching them online how to avoid ICE. She needs to go. She really does need to go. That is aiding and abetting. That's aiding and abetting.
Vote for her.
What?
You're a New Yorker. You used to be. Tell your friends not to vote for her.
Don't vote for her. Don't support her. Don't support. This woman is out of her mind. Okay.
But I bet she mixes a great gin and tonic.
She probably
has.
But
I bet it. Gin, tonic, and that's it. So I bet she can do that well. I don't know about an old fashioned.
Jack and Coke. She's probably great at that. But I'm pretty sure that her whiskey sour doesn't have egg white in it.
Oh no, gosh.
No, it's right out the box. Mm. So anyway, but she's also the one that said Elon Musk was one of the dumbest billionaires I've ever. Oh really? Come on.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's absurd, and she's out there knowing full well that Bernie Sanders. I think she's flying. She's flying first class. I got no problem with that. She should fly first class because people will want to. Nowadays public servants are celebrities as well. So if she was in coach, probably people would be bugging her and telling her to get a real job and get out of my shit.
But the issue is some people have a problem with taxpayer money paying for it, but I kind of think that if you take donations, it's really up to the candidate to spend it.
I don't have a problem with
unless it's illegal or unless it's something. But when it's that kind of thing, I mean, you can always vote her out. If you don't like her spending money on planes, that's your problem.
Please vote her out.
You vote her. If you don't care, vote for her. If you do care, don't.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not upset with her for that. I wouldn't vote her out because of her flying first class. I would vote her out because she's a moron. She's a narcissistic.
Speaking of,
seems to be hater of mankind. Totally void of common sense. But before we get to what we're going to be speaking of, whatever that is, but then you got Bernie Sanders who's flying private, right? And it's just that's great. Now I have nothing against flying private, but when I fly private, I pay for it myself. We pay for it. We don't pay for it. We don't have a GoFundMe page out there saying, help us go fight oligarchy by flying in a private plane. Just insane. And
I think you can do that. As long as they stay, that's up to the...
He spent $200,000.
No, I know.
But that's not from his, I don't think that's from his campaign. I don't know where they're getting it.
Well,
because he doesn't have a campaign
maybe
right
USAID.
now.
They gave money to everybody else.
My God, they didn't give in to me.
Well, you're not an elected official yet. But
I'm a U.S. citizen and I need aid.
No, you don't. Maybe a Band-Aid.
Oh, yeah,
for
golf.
Yeah, golf.
Band-Aid. Or my feet. What were you going to say we're going to speak of?
We're in Kentucky, and Kentucky does a great job with tax credits, so a lot of movies are being shot here. Where right now, California is freaking out. LA is freaking out. Hollywood is freaking out because...
It's a ghost town.
It's a ghost town. And because the studios, they say they're 70% full, but that probably means they're about 60% full, and they're probably even fudging that. So they're not doing well. And the reason is because everyone's shooting other places. Yeah. And they get their SAG reports in, and they do like a mini or like regular SAG, and and if you are a state with tax incentives, then you're probably going to get a lot of business. And I got rid of all that a long time ago. Actually, Charlene
California
was
got
talking
rid of it,
about
yeah.
that, about how she was hoping that would change or whatever. But
we were all hoping that
Schwarzenegger.
We were all hoping that Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he became governor, was going to be the champion of filming in the state of California. Because even then, people were leaving. He didn't do anything. In fact, I think a lot. I'm not going to say that he did anything to discourage filming in California, but Newsom certainly has. Because people just get too big for their britches. They're like, well, we're Los Angeles, we're California. Of course people are going to film here. Well, no, you idiot. Not if you can get a 40%. Pardon me. Lacroix argues with my gullet. If you can get a 40 or 45%, excuse me.
Okay?
I think in New Mexico, I think it has gotten up as high as 45%. I think Louisiana, it's 40%. But if you were a resident
getting rid of that, or I thought that was kind of up for grabs.
No. See, that's people get confused. They don't.
I'm confused.
Well, what they do is they look at the amount of film production that's been in a state for the last couple of years, and if they have allocated $10 for tax credits, it's probably more like $100 million. But if they have allocated $10 for tax credits, and they've only historically over the last couple of years, I think it's 4 years they look at, if they've only given away $8 in tax credits, then somebody will say, well, then we need to lower
it's confusing.
Lower the ceiling. Well, lower the ceiling from $10 to $8. That makes sense. So people say, oh, the tax credits are gone. But no, the tax credits are basically gone from California. That is my understanding.
But they're revoting, and my guess is it'll pass. It has to. But on one hand they say, oh, we've got like the fourth biggest
economy. I don't know. They're still fighting Orange Man bad out there with all the taxpayer money.
Well, for sure.
They're not spending it on better fire abatement. They're not spending it on better drainage or better water source. They're not spending it on trying to make sure every fire hydrant in what used to be the Pacific Palisades will one day have water pressure. They're not spending it on that. They're spending on all this other nonsense that Gavin Newsom feels is necessary for him to run for president in 2028. That's all he cares about. Please do. Please run for president. And have AOC as your vice president. Please do that. Be the easiest team to beat.
Well,
what?
Vance would beat him. And,
oh, my God.
And Vice President Vance, sorry. And President Trump would, too, if he somehow gets a third term. Never know.
Consecutive. And it doesn't say that, I know. People say, no, that's not what it says. It says he can't, no individual can have more than 2 terms.
Well, just say anyone from the Trump-Vance team is okay. Trump-Vance,
I think
no problem.
Yep. But I tell you what, if the Democrats could figure out a way to run old Tricky again, they would. They'd figure out a way to run. I know.
No.
Terrible.
Well, people are still doing the scammer thing, so we always try to take 30 seconds.
Oh, we've segued into the scammer thing.
30 seconds or so to say, don't fall. Look, John doesn't have time to be saying, hey, go to my whatever page or go to. He's not.
No,
gonna do it.
hey, I don't want to talk to you here. Talk to me on Telegram.
Telegram.
Man, I'm John Schneider's
Assistant,
new assistant, or I'm the new publicist.
gatekeeper, whatever, everything in the world. And it's broken English usually.
And he makes sure you don't fall scammers
People
for
do.
it.
It's so crazy. They still do. Hey, I got somebody contact me 5 times. Is it you? I mean, I'll get messages saying, hey, did John contact me? No, he did not. He doesn't really do that. Unless he really knows you, it's probably going to be on his phone texting, not on messaging.
Right. Yeah, we were just
he doesn't do message, so just know that.
we were just with somebody the other day, and he said, "Did you try to? Who the heck was that?"
From Madison.
From Madison. Oh, that's right. And he said,
Comes out the
"Well,
door and goes, I'm getting all these messages.
I'll just call you." He said, because he got my number. He said, he told this other person, he said, I'm doing something right now. I'll just give you a call, and then never heard from him again.
John has one Facebook page, and he doesn't do Messenger, and he doesn't respond to anything there. Unless you know him, it's not going to happen. Unless you really know him. And he's certainly not going to scam you out of money. And that's what these people do in Uganda or Bangladesh, wherever the heck they are.
Well, there was a bunch of scammers that had put together a whole thing that I had done to try to raise money for Kamala Harris. Did you see any of that?
Yeah, it's idiotic.
So anybody that knows anything about me knows that ain't so. Right? So it was, just be careful. And it's not just because, so if people know you are a fan of anybody, if you follow Kid Rock, you follow Jamie Johnson, you follow Pierce Brosnan, anybody that you follow, you are going to get some request from the celebrity to support something they believe in, which is usually, the scammer themselves. So don't fall for it. Don't fall for it for me. Don't fall for it for Dee Dee. Don't fall for it for any of these sorts of things.
Yeah, and John Schneider responds to my page all the time, and it's definitely not this one. The last one I saw.
And my kids too. I mean, they grab a hold of Chasen's picture, and they grab a hold of Karis, and they'll put stuff out there and trying to get you to donate to something, or just to click. I don't know. They probably get money somehow. They get money for getting what looks like legitimate clicks. They're not
but some people give them money. They've done it in the past. They tell John, or it's ridiculous. Don't fall for it. So just, a lot of times we'll ask, what do you want us to talk about? And almost every week, please address the scammers. And John's fans and friends, they will report these folks, and they do it every day, all day. I mean, I feel bad for them, but thank you for doing it.
Yeah.
They report them. We block and report all the time. So I don't know. It's on automatic. I don't know what the system is, but it is very annoying.
Oh, I block them and they come right back on the next post. I don't understand, because it's I click the thing that says, block their profile and any profiles they create in the future, and then sure enough, the next day I'll post something and there the scammer will be. So I don't.
Well, we just were able to spend time in Madison. That was fun. Went to Mad Love.
We
and
did.
Put your picture on the wall and touring around in your new truck, and now it's here, and they love it in Kentucky because they think of it as.
I'm glad we have it.
Wildcat Blue. Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is? Bobcat Blue?
Wildcat.
Oh, Wildcat.
Get that right. Wow. And it's the bluegrass state.
That's a Wildcat.
So it's very good.
Thank you.
You're very good at noises and such. With instruments.
Thank you.
Your voice. And everyone loves John here. This movie that, again, we're not going to say the title yet or the name yet.
My script.
But soon.
It's my script. I've got a
John does a great job.
bunch of dialogue after lunch. This is lunch, by the way, that we're doing this.
We're
so
in
that's
the.
why.
This is called a triple banger. I know
It's
it
called a
sounds
triple
funny,
banger.
but
It's called a honey wagon.
A honey.
It's called a honey wagon, which
Funny.
yeah, that's what they call it.
So that's where we are. And we don't have any air conditioning because we want to make sure it's quiet enough so you can hear us. So we
want you to hear everything.
Getting a little hot. Woo!
It's getting a little.
You're always hot.
And we're.
okay.
Come in.
That's okay. We told him he could come in.
Hey.
Enjoy the podcast.
Sorry to interrupt, sir.
No,
You
it's all
just
good.
made it up. Okay,
All
great.
Good. All good. Thank
Perfect.
you.
Right over
I'm
there.
sure whatever that is wonderful.
Thank you. If you
That's
need
so
anything
nice
else,
of you.
please let me know.
We certainly will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But it's a really great crew. Really great crew.
They just delivered lunch. That's great. I wonder what it is.
I'm sure it's good.
I'm sure
All
it
the
is.
food we've
It's
had
always
here in
good.
Kentucky, my gosh. We're not.
Where was that? What was the name of the place we went to last night?
Bell Knot,
Bel
like Pretty Night, I think.
Bel Not
N-O-T-T-E.
Bel Notte. It was great, really
I
great.
should know better, but yeah, that's...
And they had what was that? We didn't take pictures because we
wine was
got there.
great.
It was hungry.
We were so hungry, we
hungry.
just started digging in.
Yeah, I was like, oh, should have taken a picture of that. No, not going to happen. But we bought the. It's not a rub. It was an herb mixture that they made that you
Put olive
mix with
oil
olive
in
oil
and-
and dunk your bread in there. So when we go back, I'm going to ask them to do that, just to cook up some spaghetti and toss the spaghetti with that delightful stuff. It was so good. Then we added red pepper to everything. We had red pepper to everything.
Yeah, we put
Captain
red
Crunch,
flakes.
red pepper. Gonna do it.
I love red flakes. I love olive oil. We do a lot of regular pepper too.
Oh, God, I take the top off. I just take the top off and I put it on my ketchup.
And people do comment a lot about it. They love this. Oh, show us more food. Show us more food. Let us know where you're eating. People like to know the good restaurants.
Well, we took great pictures, or I took one great picture at the castle the other night.
Oh
Hopefully
my
you saw
gosh,
that.
boy, was that good.
We had. I don't think I took a picture of that food either.
The mushroom
My
tart.
gosh, the mushroom tart was great, and the fried chicken. It was one. I thought I was
So
kind of
good.
disappointed when it showed up because it was
Boy,
one
but it
little piece
tastes
of
good.
fried chicken, but the fried part was thick,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't greasy. But I tell you what, it was on a bed of mashed potatoes
So good.
with orange carrots and purple carrots, really deep purple carrots. And they grow the potatoes and the carrots right there.
In the back.
Yep, in the back. So it was great. I don't know if they raised the chickens back there or not, but this chicken,
Do you like white meat or
ate-
dark meat usually?
white meat.
I like dark meat.
I
because
ate everything
it's
but the
usually
bone.
juicier. But that white meat, oh boy, that was so good. Because white meat can be dry, but not this.
No, it was moist, and somehow it was
So
fried,
amazing.
but it wasn't greasy at all. It was really terrific. So, like
So
we said,
Kentucky Castle, if you can get there, it's a big treat and a big place.
well, that's what you're having a true story, right?
Yeah, true story.
Let me take a little sip.
Wes Henderson his family started Angel's Envy, and they sold it and bought the Kentucky Castle. And then they started True Story. So they're really into the liquor business like we are, and that's going well. And we're having fun with that. There's just so much going on that we are grateful for and that
Right.
we appreciate. And we appreciate all of you.
And we're going to see them on. We're going to see them on Friday, I think. Right? We're going to see them tomorrow for
the Oaks.
the Oak or Oaks.
The Oaks.
The Oaks.
The Kentucky Oaks.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a great time here this week, and then next week maybe we're going to do the opening of Kid Rock's place there, the Detroit Cowboy.
Yeah, check that out. I'm sure it'll be wonderful.
If not, we'll go back some other time.
We will.
Because, he's a friend of the court. We see him. You see pictures of, here's a picture of right here. Tony, put in this picture of Kid Rock. That was at our party in Nashville, our engagement party. Was it an engagement party or wedding
We
party?
had a wedding party. We had several. Because
That's right. We didn't have time. Our engagement
We
was about
just-
2.5 hours.
we
was.
just wanted to keep celebrating our wonderful marriage, and it's so much fun all the time, and we're so happy, and it's just
Beetlejuice.
we're celebrating more than once. So
That's right.
we're in Hollywood, Nashville, Madison,
So that's where that picture came from.
and Baton Rouge.
And Baton Rouge.
They were
Baton
all
Rouge. Yep.
amazing.
Yep, it was great. It was wonderful.
See all of our friends.
Yeah, all of our
Thank you
friends.
for all the gifts, because I'm telling you, they got mixed up, and a lot. I always wait for people to
Well,
say,
yeah,
"Hey,
you know,
did you like that gift we
yeah.
got you? Oh, we loved it. I didn't know you got it for us."
So
We
here's
do
a
love
little.
it.
Here's a little. What do they call them
Yikes.
now? A little gift hack. Okay, if you give someone a gift, and it's in a nice bag or in whatever it's in, tape your card
Yes,
to the
please.
gift. Because what happens is some very well-meaning person will come through, grab all the cards,
Put them there.
put them there, then they'll grab all the gifts and put them there, and there is absolutely no way, unless it says on the card, hope you like
hope
the
you like
golf ball
this.
ice
Yeah,
cubes,
right.
right? We don't know. Nobody
It's
knows.
so
So
bad.
that's not just us.
We're very grateful, but
We're
boy,
very grateful.
there are things that's like, boy,
But we don't know.
I think, yeah.
Unless you don't want someone to know that you gave it to them.
No, I think all of our folks, we've had
I'm talking to these folks for in the future. When you give a gift, for God's sake, tape the card to the gift. What were you going to
It will
say?
be very helpful. I'm just thinking about how grateful we are with all the friends we've had and have, and the people that came to the parties and were just so sweet, and we've just
Yep.
really had an amazing time.
Yep, it's been a great,
A great group, and
been a
things
great
are
time.
going better and better. And it's just like every day we just be thankful for our lives,
everything.
and you, and everything,
And you.
and still doing these.
Yep.
Still doing the movie here and doing.
Yep.
We've got a big project coming out, which you will know about very, very soon. I thought maybe this week we
You're
could
such
tell
a
you.
tease.
Not quite, but very, very soon. I want to get the official.
And then we've got Earls of Perry. Earls of Perry
Yeah,
going.
there's that. John is having involved with
Just
that.
I'm going through the script. What you do is you write a script, and then in this case, I wrote the script from my memories of Dukes, of course, and also my memories of Hazard, Kentucky. After I finished the script, then we went to Hazard, Kentucky, and I realized there were some things geographically in particular that were not what we did. We can't do them there. So there's not the farmhouse at the end of a dirt road, and there's not that, because Kentucky, Hazard, Kentucky is.
We're in the mountains.
There is no, unless you're standing in a lobby of a building, there is no such thing as flat.
We are in the mountains there.
Yeah,
It's
so
the Queen of Appalachia.
Nobody
I think
knows how
that's-
tall anybody is or not, because I don't know if you're taller than me or not, because we're standing on a hill. So I altered it a little bit there. We also have some thoughts about casting, so I've altered a couple of things there. So I'm confident that probably by the end of today, I think I'm halfway through the script. It doesn't take a long time to do this little tweak and polish. Talked to the stunt guys. I'm excited about that. We looked at
Cars.
some cars. We looked at a couple of cars. Well, here are two cars. These are not going to be in the show because I'm sure they're very expensive, and we wreck them. So, but I want you to see these cars. You haven't seen what they're doing with Challengers. Check out these two. I would call that sassy grass green Challenger. Throw those pictures up there, Tony. That's pretty fun. And where are we? We are at 37 minutes. Wow. So we've got 21. 21 worth of, yeah.
And
I
then
can't
our
do
other
math.
Tony is coming back sooner than that. So he said he's back 143, but we'll see. What we
What are
have
you
learned.
talking about?
Right there. That's why I'm putting these on so I can read.
Sorry, she's looking at the other phone we have here.
Yeah.
Back in a minute and 43 seconds? Or back at one?
I think at 143.
I think at 140. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
we may have to cut this podcast a little short because of
we're
work, or we may just come back and do the rest of it later.
Yeah, we can do that.
So it'll be this kind of. I'll go like that,
I'm sure
and
Tony
then
can
yeah,
do
that's
that.
what I'll do. That's what I'll do. Tony can put it together. Okay, we haven't talked any politics at all, really. No, we did.
Trump.
I guess we
Well,
did.
here's the thing. Do you want to cut it off now and eat? Because he's going to come back and then we can focus for 20 more
And we'll
minutes.
have 21 more minutes to do
We'll
it.
figure
Why don't we
20.
do that?
We'll figure
20
it
minutes,
out.
perfect timing.
figure
We'll
it
be
out.
right back. Don't go anywhere. Oh, and through the magic of editing, not only are we on different sides, but we're in a different vehicle. We're in my birthday present. We are in my, I don't want to beep the horn. I might freak people out.
Well, we're still in the movie set, so
In the
we're
Raptor.
filming something. The beautiful Ford Raptor. It is bad.
Ass.
Everyone
What are you
loves
pretending? Anybody who knows you don't mind.
it. Yeah, but you say that. That's what you called it. So that's why.
I said it was badass when I first saw it. Where were we? What were we talking about? Oh, we're not timing this at all. Give me your phone. I'll time this. You
sorry.
say something pertinent.
So we actually, I just got a message from Victoria Dewar, I hope I'm saying her last name right, Victoria, about Real ID. And I hadn't thought about it, but John and I are all set. Remember, it's May 7th. You have to get your Real ID so you can fly. And there may be other things you need it for, but for sure that. John and I
We
are
have
good. We're good.
my other license was Real ID, so it's good. My other one was also, that's the one that's a passport in the United States, but it doesn't work if you go overseas.
Yeah, we're all set. Polly, Joe at
Watch out,
the Indiana
make sure you're in the frame.
at the Indiana License Bureau, where we got our
Department.
license plates, and our license.
The Department of Redundancy Department.
So anyway, so we're all set thanks to Polly. And yeah, but we need to update our passports. We do need to do that. But you know, John and I are very happy with the United States. We really don't want to leave the country.
No, we don't want to leave the country, but you know.
We're going to feature the country soon in a big way.
You keep teasing that.
Well, I can't help it. I'm so excited about it. I'm
it.
excited about it. It's going to be amazing.
It will be amazing.
But next week we'll be able to announce it for sure.
Yep.
It'll be awesome. So how's filming going?
Filming is going great.
Everybody'd love to know.
It's a wonderful movie. It's.
Are you Charlene's husband? Is that how?
No, she runs the. I thought maybe I was, but no.
Okay.
She runs the joint.
I believe that.
She's
small but mighty for sure.
She is a pistol.
Charlene Tilton,
And,
of course, she played Lucy Ewing, and she's great. She's a lot of fun to get to know.
She is.
You've known her for a long time.
Yep. We were Friday night. What were we? We were part of a Friday night team that nobody beat. So it was the Hulk and then Dukes and then Dallas, and that was it. Once
unbelievable.
Once
How
they
many
landed
viewers
on
did
that,
you
we averaged. Dallas was like almost always number one. So they averaged like a 35 million people a week, and sometimes 40. We averaged 28 million people a week, which was pretty darn great.
Anybody. Well, I think maybe the Super Bowl, and I think sporting
they're
events.
only on once,
Right.
Yeah.
But that's it, I think.
When American Idol came out, it was getting like a 50 share. It was insane.
But now everybody's
not so
doing
much
that.
anymore. They're all,
All their
And what the hell
genres
is
are
up
doing
with
that.
these AI things where they're pretending that Simon Cowell is looking at some woman turning into a swan or a raptor?
I don't know why people like that stuff. I think
I
it's
don't
so
either.
bizarre.
It's so
It's
weird.
clearly not real. And now it's just
Right.
I was just thinking about the Derby again and how they've got to deal with the rain. And you really shouldn't wear galoshes.
We don't have to deal with the rain.
No, not right now, but it's supposed to rain both days. I was thinking, wow, we really have to kind of switch things around. You've got beautiful shoes. I hate for your shoes to get all
They're not. They're
mucked
designed
up.
to be like roughed up anyway.
Okay,
They're roughed
great.
up. Yeah, they've never been
Well,
polished.
then you're on set.
They already look old. They're like me. Oh, so I'm dad now. I'm not grandpa anymore.
I told you this.
Don't tell me. It's not my decision. It's
I
their
know,
decision.
but remember in the very beginning I said, how can you be the grandpa? You're not the grandpa. No way.
Well, they figured it. Well, I am, but not
figured it out.
not to a 30-year-old.
Figured it out.
Right. So,
Well, good. I'm glad. So are you called just dad or pops or?
Dad, like kids do, Dad. So this guy that destroyed a Tesla delership and a bunch of cars
brother.
was given a free pass.
I don't understand
What in the
that.
hell is that saying to not to people who'd rather work than get a handout, but what is that saying to people who are on the fence about honesty, or the people who are on the fence about just basic humanity and how to treat people? As far as I can see, Elon Musk is one of the people who has treated people he doesn't know better than just about anybody in the world, or as good as anybody I've ever heard of. So why they're giving him a hard time, and why they're letting those off who gave him a hard time, who vandalized a Tesla dealership
Not
where
his
he's never
cars.
even been.
These are people who bought the cars. They probably weren't even bought. The
Well,
purchase part wasn't
and the
complete
sales
yet.
folk. Now Tesla stock keeps going up. So every time, Elon Musk is kind of turning into Donald Trump in this regard, because every time
martyr.
they tried to bury the past and soon to be future President Donald J. Trump, his numbers went up and up and up. And the proof was in the pudding when the elections happened. So I don't know why they don't seem to learn from their mistakes.
They don't care.
But they're not stupid
They're
people.
just full of hatred. No, they're just
Maybe
full of
that's it.
hatred.
Maybe they're just blinded by hatred.
They are. I mean,
It's
hopefully
very
that'll fade
unattractive.
away a bit or
Carefully.
dissipate.
I want you in. You're so pretty. I want you in.
Oh, well, thank you.
You don't have to move closer. Just move closer to me, and then you'll be in the middle.
I am.
You have to be more camera savvy.
Thank you.
You got to know where the
now
lens
I'm all
is.
better.
You got to be. No,
Nope.
I'm not going to match. I'm wearing red lipstick now. I told them I only wear black lipstick. No, I don't.
I mean, honey,
But-
do you remember last year when we got to Louisville and we went to the Oak Room? Do you remember the first thing we did? First thing you did? Or I did for
First,
you?
you ordered me a mint julep.
That's right.
And the second thing I did was spill it.
True. But you did try it,
I
and
did.
wasn't it delicious. They make a great one.
It was delicious. What are the ingredients? What is the ingredients of a mint julep? What are the ingredients of a mint julep?
Well, the big thing is it's bourbon, of course, and some sort of sugar, like a simple syrup, I believe, and the mint. And the mint's great. I love the mint and I love the bourbon, but if it's too sweet, I think it's really bad.
Yeah.
But at the Oak Room, they made the most delicious mint julep I've ever had, and I've had a few.
Oh, it was great. Well, in Derby week, they better make a great mint julep.
Well, they do, but, you know, when you get to the track, you know, the locals or the experts or the regulars, whatever you want to say, they're like, no, I'm not going to ruin a good bourbon with that. They don't really, a lot of them don't like mint juleps because they feel like it ruins the bourbon. Because remember, we're in bourbon country. So they were like, oh, that's blasphemy. That's bourbon blasphemy. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
So they try to say that the tourists do that. It's just a touristy thing. So I want you to observe this year and see what you think. Because, you know, I'm pacing myself until the Oaks and the Derby. And then, of course, Unbridled, the Unbridled Gala event, which is wonderful.
Are you going to be unbridled?
Yeah. When am I bridled? Tell me.
Well, but you have to be bridled in order to be unbridled. See, I'm writing again, so I'm more savvy to proper sentence structure.
You are. You're fancy.
I am. Well, and I'm doing this. So, you know, when you're doing this, when you film a movie, you're doing things that are they're out of sequence. So you're having a conversation with someone, and you film that scene before the scene that you film where you first meet them.
That's so confusing.
And
but I know what
it's
you mean.
confusing. It's a bit of we used to call it a mind something else. I'll just call it a mind screw. But it's what people do. It's the odd, one of the odd things that actors are able to do is to dissect a conversation or a situation and impose what they think they're going to do later that the audience wants. It's pretty crazy. And so actors are crazy, but directors are even crazier because they're the ones that have to remind actors who aren't like that. And a lot of them aren't. A lot of them are, look, I don't want to put that stuff in my head. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it.
And I see
so
that
the
a
actor
lot.
has to be ready for that.
The director has a really tough job. And I know I asked you yesterday, I said, honey, what do you like to do the most? The music or the acting or Dancing with the Stars or cooking or, you know, driving? You know, what do you like the best? And you said directing.
Right away. I said directing right
And
away.
why?
Because a director has their hands in everything. You know, so it's not a control freak thing, but the director
Oh, no, not at all.
the director is in charge of how the story is told. Everywhere from where people stand to where people walk to what they wear to what's behind them. And then the cinematographer is also in charge of making sure that what's in the picture, like we are here. You've heard me a couple times say, Dee Dee, move
I do
over,
feel
move
like
over.
I'm way over. I don't know why, but
Well, because
like
but so you have to be aware of where the camera is. Anyway, there's just a lot to it. But the director, it's when you see a movie, when you watch a movie, my movie, anybody's movie, know that everything you see in this frame, the director had something to do with. A decision was made. There are wardrobe people that say, oh, this is what I think Dee Dee Snider should look like, and this is what I think John should wear while he's doing this movie. And the director goes, okay. So it's nice to have your hands in the whole thing, because then when you watch it, as a director, you're proud of every picture and every performance. It's not, I just had another La Croix. It's not you doing the performance, but it's you who has, here's the high dollar word, informed the performance. You had a conversation with the actors, and you're talking about, okay, this is where you came from, this is where you're going, so this is where you are. In a script, I usually go through, if I'm directing, I go through and I mark the scenes in order of their
importance?
Pace, really.
Oh, okay.
Pace, because
That makes
a
sense.
movie has to be well paced.
So you might do the first scene that's like this big car scene last, because the pace is faster. Is that what you mean?
You might not
can
shoot. You
correct
wouldn't
me, 'cause
shoot
I'm
it
not
last.
sure what you mean.
No, I wouldn't shoot it last, but I'd put with a pace being 1 from 10, 1 being the slowest.
Okay.
I'd put a 10. Actually, I'd put 11 on the car chase. So you know that when you do not only the car chase, but any dialogue that happens in the car chase, Because when you do the dialogue in a car, you're not actually doing a car chase. You're in a car either being towed or you're doing it green screen. So you could say, oh, so how's, on the CB, so, hey, how's it going?
But didn't you say in Dukes of Hazzard they just put like a board underneath and they would do those?
Well, sometimes
Which
we're out.
it's still look cool though.
Well, yeah, we did some of that, but we also did, we actually put the cameras on the car, and Tom and I and Catherine sometimes would go out and just tear ass around and do all the dialogue.
And by the way, we were sent, and I'll let you finish, I'm so sorry.
I don't remember where I am.
You know about the
I'm in the
pace,
shot, I know that.
The
You're-
pace
yeah,
in
there
the
you go.
car.
The pace of the movie, of the story, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to be quiet because I'm
That's all right, go ahead. Oh, okay. So it's the pace of the film. So if you have something where there's just been a chase like a Tom Cruise movie and he's running across buildings and
which he
doing all
does
this
a
kind of
lot,
stuff,
and he's very good at it.
and then jumps into a hotel room, and then is going to look for something. He's got to jump in, and you shoot that. Not when you shot the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
You they're going to give me some information. Wait a minute. I'm ready anytime you are. 2 minutes. You got it.
6.
So if you jump, and it's a Wednesday, it's a month since she ran across the roof, and you're shooting a scene in the hotel, and he comes in and goes to the phone. He may come in and comes in and looks around for something. He may come in slowly and look around for something. And that would be wrong because you just saw him running across the buildings. He should come in like that and looking for something. So when you shoot things out of sequence, people can really make drastic errors. And we try to keep that from happening. That's one of the things that a director does. It's one of the things that an actor who's really paying attention will do. Ready? Okay, we're going to go film. We'll be right back. Well, hey, everybody. John here. Dee Dee is out shopping because you're watching this on Thursday probably, and the Derby is Saturday, but the Oaks is tomorrow. So she's getting our stuff ready and, finding a hat. But for me too, so it's going to be great. We can't wait to go to the Derby. Sorry this one is a little short, but it's only about 3 minutes short. Thanks for putting up with this whole thing. We've enjoyed every minute of it. And we'll see you next week on Drinks with Dee Dee. And me, I'm John. You take care. See ya.